folks, it's me, it's that Retro J-O to that single E, and it's time once again for Raw Power, the most Monday night of shows. This one was very, very weird, I have to say. Lots of strangeness was happening. There was power outages, all kinds of crazy new things going on, but you almost had it. You almost had it. You were so close. I could smell it. You were this close to having an amazing show. Very, very close. So, like I said, there was power outages, craziness was going on. We've got vandals and stuff going on. Let's jump right into it. Match number 1, the USA Championship. This is for the legitimate USA title. Finally, we have Apollo Crews versus MVP. And I have to say, actually a really good match. Both these competitors brought it strong. I really thought Apollo looked really good in this match. So Lashley tried to attack Apollo afterwards, and he escaped. And he's carrying that brand new, shiny new belt. And it was, like I said, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good first match. You have me intrigued. Can you keep it going? Can you keep this momentum of Raw going as a good show tonight? Let's see. Let's find out. So next we have the KO show. Kevin Owens is out there with Ruby Riott, talking to her about how things that have happened in the past, she should let go and all this. And then Liv Morgan shows up and he wants them to work it out to be best friends again. And I'm like sitting there like, did Kevin Owens just Oprah this thing? Did he just Dr. Phil the friendship back together with the Riott Squad? I think so. And yeah, it was pretty good. Iconics come out, obviously, because they're annoying. And they disrupt this whole thing, and that's what brings this Riott Squad back together again. So this moves us on right into match number 2. We have Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott versus the Iconics. And yeah, it was not as good as the first match, I have to say that. It was just a short average match. Nothing horrible here. Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan will take the win on this one. I thought they did very well in this. But like I said, when you bring the Iconics into it, you bring it down a notch. So it can't be an excellent match, so it's just a basic average match. So then we move on to Drew McIntyre addressing Randy Orton about the RKO from last week out of nowhere. And we were just sitting there like wondering, oh my goodness, is Randy Orton going to be the next WWE champion? I don't know. It's possible. I don't think so, because I think Drew will have the live audience back for his pop eventually. I think he deserves that. So yeah, it was to me, I want to say this was probably it was the strongest promo I've seen of Drew McIntyre so far. It was very, very good. He brought up the past, he brought up Undertaker. I just thought it was excellent. Now we get on to the meat and the potatoes, the good stuff, the things that make my goosebumps pop out on my arms, the thing that y'all mouse on Facebook, because I thought it was hilarious. Nia Jax is in the ring. Yes, that lady. Nia Jax is in the ring, and she's coming out to apologize to the ref. Or actually not the ref, but he's actually a producer on WWE Raw. She's out there to apologize on her actions. And does it happen? No, because there's something else that's going to happen in the next sentence here that made me so happy. It made me so happy. I'm sitting here like, there is a creative team at WWE. I love it. Yes, she is being suspended indefinitely. Oh yes, I love it. She loses her mind, hits him again. Yes, but she is suspended, so she is gone for the time being. Super happy. 1 down. Let's get on to the next one. Shayna Baszler. Let's get rid of her next. Anyways, match number 3, we have the 24/7 championship. This was very silly, I thought, but it was also pretty good. So it was like, if you want to take wrestling seriously and you just want to have a kickback fun match, yeah, this is okay. It wasn't very long. It was R-Truth versus Shelton Benjamin versus Akira Tozawa. There was craziness in there. More ninjas. I don't know what they're doing with them ninjas. It's kind of silly, but R-Truth makes it funny, I guess. I don't know. Silly but fun. And Akira Tozawa, out of nowhere, steals that 24/7 championship belt. Yes, that's right. Akira Tozawa, Mr. Ninja Master himself, is the new 24/7 champ. Craziness. This show's craziness. And you know, this whole time there's like lights flickering. We're getting something neat, I guess you could say, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. The next section was Shane O'Mac. That's right. Shane McMahon is back on WWE Raw with a new show called Raw Underground. It's like a UFC type fighting show. And here's my thoughts on it. Just a real quick, because I don't want to keep this long and keep you guys here. Real quick, I'd have to say, so they've tried this before with Brawl for All type thing, but this is a little bit different. This is like a backroom UFC type fighting match thing they're doing in the back of the Raw Performance Center there, or in Orlando. It looked really good. I ain't down. It looked really good, but is it going to be legitimate or is it going to be kayfabe? That's the problem we have here. So it looks great. I don't know. It looks like an Attitude Era type thing. It looks all right. So now we get match number 4. This was the biggest problem on the show, and I have to say I'm disappointed because Asuka's involved, and she's usually not involved in things like this. And it's not her fault. You know, it's not her fault that they wrote it like this. But okay, so you've got the whole Sasha Banks winning the title from Asuka. Okay, that's fine, whatever. So the story was Kairi Sane now off WWE TV, back in Japan again with her husband. And so she lost the belt. Okay, that part of the story is kind of it's okay. And then we get match number 4 here, Shayna Baszler versus Sasha Banks, because Shayna Baszler's back to cause trouble, and she wants to beat down on Sasha Banks apparently. So this was the problem. Let me explain this, because this did not make any sense to me. I think there was a huge editing error here, and it doesn't make any sense. Let's just see. Okay, good match. It was a good match. Okay, no problem there. No issues. But, so, during this match, Bayley is outside the ring. Okay, she is not interfering with this match whatsoever. No problems. Okay, fine. Asuka's mad about the Kairi attack. Asuka comes running down and attacks Bayley. As Asuka's running towards Bayley on the outside of the ring, the bell rings and the match is over. Why? You don't get a DQ for people fighting outside the ring. You get a DQ for them coming in the ring, interfering in the match. So they messed up that part. All right. And then we cut to commercial, right? And then we come back, and Baszler's in the ring talking to Sasha, saying, "Hey, I want you to win this with I'm sorry. Let me rewind. It was so confusing. It's confusing me. Okay, so all that stuff happened before, right? And then we get commercial break. Then we get Asuka in the ring with Shayna Baszler. And Shayna Baszler tells her that she wants Asuka to win her belt back at SummerSlam, and then she's going to beat her down, okay? Then Sasha Banks' intro hits again, and she comes back out and addresses it. But why? She was just out there. Like, I don't understand. Like, did y'all tape this in the wrong order or something? What? I don't know. I'm not going to talk much more. Just watch it. You'll see. I think it's a huge editing error. Anyways, I can't stay on there too long. Next, we get some more Raw Underground clips looking really good. And then we move on to match number 5 and 6, because they were back to back. First match is Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits versus Angel Garza. Short but good match. Before this, there was a promo with the Viking Profits, I'm thinking. Anyways, the Street Profits are in the ring before this match, and you could see Montes Ford sipping on his party drink, and then he just like looking at it weird. So you know something's up. Anyways, like us, back to the match. Angelo Dawkins versus Angel Garza. Short but good match. You see during this match, Montes Ford stumble off the outside of the ring and fall down. Something wrong with him. And this causes basically Angel Garza takes advantage of this and takes the win off this one. That moves us on to match number 6, because they're having back-to-back matches for this. Montes Ford versus Andrade. It was not super long, but the match was called. There was no actual winner. The match was called because Montes collapses during the match, suspecting something in that drink. Like I said, this whole show was really weird. It was kind of good in that way. It was really weird. Lots of crazy, weird stuff was happening. So he collapses, during this match, and that was it. So, later on they're going to go to the doctor and all this, and there's some stuff backstage where they're arguing who put something in his drink. They think it's poison, blah blah blah, whatever. Anyways, after this will be a short video promo showing vandals outside the WWE Performance Center throwing Molotov cocktails at a generator before the show. They're trying to use that to explain why the power's flickering and all that. I don't know where they're going with this, but I don't know. I'm kind of interested. We'll see. So, the final two little segments. We have Seth Rollins in the ring calling out commentator Tom Phillips last week for cheering on Dominik after he attacked him. And I thought this was really, really great. This is so good. So Tom is sitting there scared, and then Samoa Joe's next to him, stands up to him and basically shuts them both up, backs them both into the ring. I thought that was super strong and solid. Loved it. It was great. Then Dominik comes in again and attacks them once again from behind. I love that. I like to see Samoa Joe back. I was waiting for that to happen, and then the music to hit, and I was just like, whoa, we're gonna see. All right, last little segment of the night. We have MVP's group invading the Raw Underground with Shane O'Mac. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna be straight up about this. That Raw Underground looked really good until the stars showed up. Now, does that make sense? No, it don't. But it looked really UFC-like when they were showing the clips from before. But then MVP, Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin show up. And then we start getting action zooms. And we start getting cutaways. And I'm like, oh, you guys just ruined the Raw Underground segments. I don't know. I think that should have not happened. I don't think they should have invaded the back like that. I didn't like that part of it. I think Shane might be onto something here. But that section could have been cut, and that was the end of the show. So, yeah, let's see what happens. There was some weirdness going on. There was some, I don't know if y'all saw this on USA Network, but the version I'm watching, every time I went to commercial break, the Fiend said let me in, and I thought that was really creepy. Yeah, very weird. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This was Raw Power with Retro Joe. We'll be back shortly with the Wednesday Night War. Should be a great one this Wednesday. I've heard some good rumors, some good leaks, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, like, subscribe, and remember to keep it retro.